Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Liz, and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we started working on making something really cool, and also pretty massive, a big reactor. So we're going to need big reactor stuff later, in a decent quantity, so let's get one set up now, is kind of my plan, and with that we'll get more power, which means we can upgrade other things that use RF, and it'll be great. So we're going to continue working on that today. One of the problems, though, are these reactor fuel rods. They require pellets of RTG fuel, which requires a good bit of plutonium, 3 plutonium each to be exact. And I want to make, 6 of those? So we're going to need, well, 18 plutonium. The problem with that is this guy has to make them. So I went ahead, I had 6. I had 6 plutonium. I went ahead and I threw one into the scanner to see how bad it would be. And it turns out, not awful. 213 millibuckets, but honestly I think just using this guy is going to be better to do other things with. So right now I'm letting our MFE get more power, and what I will end up doing is we'll just go ahead and get a good bit of all this stuff taken care of, a good bit of UU matter. I went ahead and got a lot of it. I got 35 between episodes, so just kind of working on things. But yeah, I've been trying to collect more chrome. We're going to need a lot of machine structures for Advanced Rocketry, and that's something that once we get the machines and all that kind of stuff built, we don't really have to stress about like, you know, getting more chrome and all that kind of stuff. This stuff is, I don't believe it's terribly useful after we get the machine blocks. It might be for some things, but oh, it is. But unfortunately, like, there's not a good way to make chrome. And I don't know if we can find it or anything like that. I don't believe there's any sort of way to get it. So kind of a bummer, but we'll continue working on it. And one big thing I want to kind of mention is we need to rework a lot of the EU stuff and the industrial craft and tech. Is it tech? No, not. Is it Tech Reborn? Yes, it's Tech Reborn. We need to rework a lot of that stuff just to kind of. One thing, we need to remove the recycler from here. We need to put it in its own little area and have a ton of them going with this guy separated from the main system. And powered by either a bunch of these guys or a couple of these guys. The turbines, which I don't remember if the actual turbines were all that difficult to make. I think they needed the pellets of RTG, didn't they? Or something like that. So the rotors or whatever, yeah, they required a pellet of RTG. So we're going to need a lot of plutonium. So something that might be kind of beneficial to us in the near future is to just make a couple more reactors. We put, like, maybe this area over here we will kind of designate as we'll designate it as like the mass fab area, and just put like 4 reactors and the mass fab, and then, like, I don't know, a bunch of the recyclers and things to make scrap and all that kind of fun stuff. So we'll kind of think about that here soon. One of the big problems with that is copper. It's going to require a ton of copper, and that's something we don't really have. But kind of conversely, I'm, by the way, just kind of waiting for this to be finished. Kind of conversely to that, though, we can, once we get the big reactor, we can start getting better mining drills, mining lasers, and getting more resources. So manually mining things is not going to be the best way to do things. Typically isn't. This thing, by the way, is amazing, and if we need a lot of steel, this is going to be great. I did some calculations, and without having, without the actual like blocks for the machines, for the advanced rocketry, for all the ones that we want to make, we're going to need about 70 more machine structures, and that's going to require almost 200 more chrome. So it's a lot, but we'll get there. And for now, let's go ahead and let's make 20 of these. Cool. So we'll go ahead and make 20 of these. So it just so happened that the machine that I was trying to make to begin with is like one of the worst ones to make because of how many blocks it takes. The rest of them are actually a lot easier, and so we'll kind of slowly work on them today. But before we do that, I did go ahead and, getting back to the reactor, I did go ahead and make all the reactor casings that we're going to need. So quite literally, we just need to get more dense iron plates. We need 36 of those in total, and the pellets of RTG, fuel, and we can build the reactor. There's one other thing we'll need, but we're not going to be able to get to that today. So, something else that I want to do real quick is void upgrades. So we need to get void upgrades for a very simple reason, and that reason is we're running out of room on the diamond tree. Both of these guys have upgraded. I actually had to upgrade a bunch of the drawers over there as well. Eventually I will put void upgrades on all this stuff and upgrade it to like all emerald level or whatever I want, but that's going to be a while. I just wanted to quickly do that and just kind of show off that the recipes for these guys, the upgrade templates as you saw was just a drawer and some sticks. That's literally just a bunch of wood. Nothing too major there. But then in order to make the emerald, you need diamond, needs gold, which needs iron, which needs obsidian. And so that's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So I just want to show that off and make those void upgrades. So we need one more thing for the big reactor that we don't currently have, and that is we need a power tap. So we're going to make this. We're going to probably start building the reactor except for the center part, and there's a couple cool things I want to do. You know, I grabbed a crafting station from a chest. I don't know why there was one in there, but this building needs a crafting station. So we'll have it there. But yeah, so we're going to make the power tap, and the power tap is kind of a pain. So it requires 4 different power storage units. 2 of them are easy, 2 of them are difficult. So let's see. We need an HV capacitor, which I believe we already have. We need a power cell, which I think we already made that last episode. We're going to need a vibrant capacitor bank. So we're going to need to make all of this stuff. Now, I've made a lot of electrical steel. I've done a lot of work with that. We're going to need 4 octadic capacitors. So we're going to need a bunch of these guys, and that's going to require the enriched gold. Isn't there an easier way to get this stuff? So if we need 4 of these, that means we need 8 double layers, 16 basic capacitors. So we're going to need a half a stack of enriched gold. And if we use gold ore, we can get 4 each. But honestly, enriched gold is going to be easy enough. So let's take 16, some redstone, and our flawless calculator, which we can put into normal not normal crafting, dynamic mode. So there's a stack. We only need 16 of these capacitors, so that's not too bad. So that's going to require, see, vibrant alloy, which the system does not know how to make. Does it know how to make energetic? No. Alright, so I guess we're going to teach the system how to do some stuff. So, piece of gold. And then we're going to say stone, so we can do glowstone and redstone. Gives us energetic alloy. And then we will tell the system how to make the vibrant alloy as well. So, right, we do have this set up. So we've set this up before. It's not too big of a deal. It is really quick. I've been using it a lot for the electrical steel and the dark steel because we needed a lot of that. But getting that set up is probably one of the best things I've done recently with auto crafting and whatnot. So we have that. Then we do one of these plus an ender pearl. And this will give us, well, let's grab the ender pearl. This will give us the vibrant alloy. And those are really two really big important things. I grabbed the alloy and not the dang it, and not the the actual ingot. I grabbed the recipe. So energetic, pop down here. Okay, so that'll make the vibrant alloy. And currently we're doing pretty good for power, so I'm not too concerned with a lot of things. But it is going to be kind of a pain here soon if we want to upgrade our stuff. So, alright, I know I have more redstone that's already empowered. We just need to break it down. Alright, there's the 16 of those. So, vibrant alloy gets made there. Alright, so if we want to make 8 of these guys, we're going to need 16 energetic alloy. Let's go ahead and make 20 because I know we're going to need more. And something that we need to do, and I probably should have done that before, I'm going to go ahead and tell the system to make, so you know what, let's cheat a little bit. Cancel that craft. We're going to tell the system to make one of these guys. And we're going to get another crafting storage. We'll put it right here. It'll be great. And then we'll be able to do 2 auto crafts at the same time. So while that is going, we need to look at the MFSU. So we haven't made one of these, and it's going to be kind of expensive. So it requires, for one, advanced circuit. Do we have any circuits? No. Alright, so we're going to need 2 machine blocks and a bunch of the crystals. Alright, so 2 machine blocks, that's going to be some iron. Oh my gosh. We have plenty of iron right now. So 1, 2 blocks. Let's actually just go ahead and get 3 or 16. No, that's a little bit too much. We'll do 4. Cool. So with that taken care of, we have this guy. I want to get the crafting unit. So processors. Make one of those. And then we're going to teach the system how to make the crafting unit. Because I think that would be a good thing to know. This is a standard, so glass, fiber cable, and 4K. So okay, it's going to be 2 2 recipes. But honestly, we're not going to worry about it. We can... Crafting unit. Let's go ahead and make... let's go ahead and make the recipe. Shouldn't be too bad. So we'll get this taken care of. While it's crafting that, let's go ahead and go throw the iron into the block cutter. And how are we doing for power? This is full. I guess our reactor is still on, so... And that's honestly... I need to get more stuff over there, so we're going to turn that off right now. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to do, and it's a lot of crafting. But I mean, that's what most of the series is. And I'm going to be honest, this series is one of the hardest for me to actually record, because of just the level of difficulty, for lack of a better term. So one of the big things about this series is that the recipes don't really get easier for quite a long time. Let's go ahead and break this, do that, and we can upgrade that stuff later. It's not too big of a deal right now. We can get crafting coprocessors, which are really nice. In fact, if I would have waited to make that, I could have made one of those, but it's fine. So now we can tell it to, let's see, let's get the energetic alloy. Let's get rid of this. So, vibrant capacitor bank, we're going to need double layers. Accidentally made 9. And then we're going to need these. So we're going to need vibrant times, just do like 10. Because we're also going to need a vibrant crystal, which is pretty easy. Alright, so let's just do this. There's the vibrant crystal. Alright, cool. So back to this guy. We're going to need some steel plates. So steel times 4. Let's just get an MFSU. I don't know what that stands for. I don't remember. It's like mass storage or something. We're gonna need a lot of. We're gonna need we're gonna need 7. Wow, we're gonna need 7 of the. Oh, what is it called? The advanced circuits. But what's the blue stuff called? Palace crystals. Let's get like 2 of those. We need blue slime and fish. So something with fish. I want to bring up something that I want to try to do at one of these points is there is a fishing net from actually additions. I don't believe I made that, so we have an emeradic crystal. Uranium, cooked broccoli, green slime crystal, and cactus. That might be something we want to deal with later, but for right now we're not going to worry about it. But to kind of give you guys an idea of what that is, it basically will automatically fish for you. You put it over a block of water, and it will just fish constantly. It's 100% automated. It requires no power, no nothing. It's really slow, but it doesn't cost you anything other than the supplies to make it. So that might be something we want to do relatively soon. Just for the sheer fact of if we get it, we can start. We can hook up a system so that it dumps fish into our ME system, and then we don't have to worry about that for the rest of time, basically. So it's something to kind of keep in mind. We need to get 2 fish. We need to get some blue slime crystals. Both of those are pretty straightforward and easy. There we go. There's 1 fish. And yeah, we'll get the lapis, the palace crystals. I couldn't remember what it was called. actually an anagram of the same word. That's something I never actually realized. I'm sure that's intended. But we'll get those going because we're going to need 7 advanced circuits. Or is it more? Is it 2 advanced circuits for each? I think it might be 2 advanced circuits for each. There's a reason we haven't made the MFSU yet. It's 2, so that's 12, 13. That is a lot of stuff. So we're going to work on that. We're also going to kind of, while things are processing, work on other things. We're going to split our attention a little bit. So we might actually end up making that fishing net today. But there is the fish. And then blue slime. Grab 2 of these. We'll need some dirt and sand. And okay, you can make it with just, there we go. No, not that. That goes in there. Alright, so quickly cook that up. And that'll be nice and easy. So now we can get palace times 2. That'll be fine. It'll take a little bit of time, but it'll be great. So we have some rubber. We're gonna need iron plates. Which one of these days I'll teach the immersive engineering how to make those. Be a little bit easier. So can we make this guy yet? So there's the 4. Vibrant capacitor bank. Awesome. So we have almost everything we need. Let's go ahead and put this stuff here. So that goes there. I hope it doesn't have to be empty. If it does, we'll take the battery out. We'll charge the battery up in it or something. Okay, we have steel. We're going to need carbon plates. Advanced alloys. We don't have any in here. Redstonia, we're probably going to want to make a little bit more of that. But we're going to need redstone. And it's, what is this stuff called? Energium dust. We have a little bit of it, but we're going to need some diamonds. And we just ran out of power. Perfect. Okay, so let's, while we're kind of waiting for that to come back online, to get enough power, let's go ahead and start building this reactor. So what we're going to do is, this will go up to the ceiling. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a wall, obviously. And we'll need the floor here. We're going to have something here. Something here. And then the wall. So that is that. We're going to build this side up completely. And this is going to be like so. So pretty straightforward on a lot of this. And so that spot right there, as well as that one, we don't want anything to do with that. So you'll see what I mean in a second. That is where these two things go. Directly above where the torches are, because that's where our fuel rods are going to go. So now we're going to want the controller. I like the controller dead center. We're going to have access. One of these will be an outlet. Doesn't really matter. We'll have the power tap over here as well, so we can run it into where we're going. And then we're going to have the rest of it be glass, actually. So let's just go ahead and finish building this while we wait for power to come back. And to make reactor glass is really, really simple. And we're going to do it just to make it look pretty. So we have 11. We're going to need 22 glass. And that's it. So, okay, cool. Let's grab the diamonds before anything else happens. And glass. Cool. So, yeah, it is struggling. Reactor glass. We will put this like so. That is where the power tap will be, and then the rest of this will be just like that. Cool. So we'll break back into that later once we need to, but let's see what's going to be the best way to handle this. By the way, the void ore miners are relatively cheap. I was surprised. One of the things that we're going to need is a modifier core, which we've made before. And those are really easy because it's just electrical steel and aluminum. Aluminum blocks, which we have just an absolute ton of. So it doesn't matter to me. So what's going to be the best way to handle this? Because we want diamond dust. So if we put it through the sag mill, we'll get a couple of diamonds maybe. I think the best option for us is going to be to fortunate with our pick. And then go from there. So we had half a stack. We'll see how many diamonds we end up with. I mean, we've already gotten the half a stack we had. We're also getting a lot of experience, so we got a little over double, so not too bad. So if we want, okay, so we're gonna need 4. We're gonna need 10 of these energy crystals, so we're gonna need 90 energium. So we need, well, 10 recipes of this, so we're gonna need 10 diamond dust. And I think the best way to do this is going to be, we're going to need 40 diamond dust. So let's do half a, we can't do that. Okay. Is the only way we can get the diamond tech reborn, so crusher, mechanism stuff. Okay, so 40. Exactly. Ruby dust is for more stuff. So then we're going to need exactly 50 of this. So, like so. And there we go. Cool. All this stuff can be put back. So we're also gonna need advanced alloys. We're gonna need a lot of stuff. But the biggest thing is we're gonna need circuits. So let's go ahead, grab this. We're gonna need, like I said, it was 12, 13, exactly 13. So we're gonna need 2 of these. And then 13, we're going to need a little bit more redstone. And then we're going to need a good bit of copper, specifically copper wire. So let's get this all taken care of. So we're going to need some more redstone. And copper. Wires. So we're going to need 13. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more than this. So let's grab like half a stack, and we'll just turn all that into wire because why not? So yeah, this is a lot of work. We're also going to need, most definitely, more of the rubber. So let's go ahead and start getting that. Where do I still have a tree tap, or do I need to get a new one? Probably need to get a new one. Not that it really matters, it's just wood. Let's actually get 2. Okay. So a lot of this stuff, it's just going to take a while to get everything together, but most of it's pretty straightforward and kind of duplicatable. So we're going to work on this, and then we're also going to start looking at getting some of the Advanced Rocketry machines that we need. Okay, I need to get rid of this water pool. So let's go ahead and get extractor. We'll turn this guy on, and let's get the energium dust. If that's done, it's mostly done. Alright, so there's a bunch of it. And let's go ahead and look at the thing that I wanted to make. So what is going to be the first thing we're going to want? Let's go ahead and get the crystallizer. So the crystallizer requires a lot of things, but it's not too bad. Crystallizer. There it is. Alright, so that's what it takes. It is going to require a machine structure. So let's grab all of those. Like I said, I didn't account for what the actual machines themselves take, but we're gonna need user interface. Probably gonna need a couple of those. We're gonna need an item circuit. That is, what else does it need? It needs gold, intricate circuit, and iron plate. So you know what? Let's go ahead and teach the system iron equals a plate. I also don't know if the system knows about steel plates. This is something that is... No, it does not. So we're gonna do both of these. And everything should be hooked up, so it should immediately go into here. And yeah, so both of those are in there. And we can teach it how to make both of them. If we get some more blank patterns, let's get like 10 of those. But plates, iron plate, piece of steel, steel plate. So once we have the blank pattern, we can throw both of these into this chest, and then we have what we need. So gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, ground up. There's the diamond dust. Alright, so let's finish off the energium stuff. So these are going to make energy crystals. Now energy crystals do not stack, which is a pretty big bummer, but is what it is. So we need to compress this stuff, and we're going to make a bunch more wires. Alright, so that is exactly enough. So there is all the electronic circuits we're going to need. Okay, cool. So we have a basic machine block. We're going to need 2 of those. We need... Oh man, we need a lot of stuff still. But I think we're good on the copper cables for now anyways. Oh, they do stack. Never mind. Alright, so let that process. And you know what? While it is going, let's go ahead and get some more chrome. Okay, so if we grab the gold powder, we should be able to make this thing. And what all do we need now? Just 2 redstone repeaters. So redstone and sticks. Let's make like that many. 1, 2. And there's the crystallizer. So I'm going to mark that off on my list because yeah, it's kind of required. And let's go ahead and go deal with this real quick. It's not that big of a deal. So the crystallizer goes right here. So I believe, yeah, it's just a block like so. Let's just remove this. I didn't mean to place it there. I want to put it right, nope. Right there. Okay, so the crystallizer goes there. So we need an input and output hatch and a power plug. And then there's quartz crucible. So that's all it is. It's not too bad to make. So we need 2 copper coils, and otherwise pretty straightforward. So let's grab a bunch of lapis. We're going to grind all this up into lapis dust. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to need advanced alloy times 2. So we need 10 plates. We're going to need iron plates. And what else are you making? Oh, right, that. Bronze. Let's go ahead and teach it also how to make bronze plates. And let's get the rest of the blank patterns. And basically this will let us pretty quickly make everything we need for getting the advanced alloys. So this is something that's kind of good to do. But let's see, bronze plate. Alright, so iron. Make 3 of those. And just do plates. That'll be done fairly quickly. And we can make 2 more of those and get the advanced alloy. So that'll be that. We're going to need, see, 4 of these wires, which I believe is just 1 piece of gold. And see, that can go away, that can go away. Alright, cool. So real quick, for the crystallizer, we're going to need an input and an output hatch. Now, in order to make those, it's actually really easy. Input hatches are a chest, output hatches are a chest. So we just need 2 chests. Let's get another chest. And it's literally whether it's above There's an input and an output. And I believe you can switch them. Yeah, you can. So what we'll eventually do, if we want to automate that, which I don't think we will, is we'll just tell it to how to make one of them. For example, we'll just tell it how to make like input hatches, and then tell it to make twice the input hatches and just switch them. It's something that's really easy to do. Those didn't stack. Okay, there they go. So that goes in there. I forgot we still need a couple plates. And let's get that in there so it's a little bit faster. I don't have the steel plate. Let's go grab that. Wow. So I'm hoping that we can at least make some stuff today. I know that this... what? Okay, I guess I have no idea. Did I already put it down or something? No. Alright, that's weird. I have no idea where the steel plate went, but whatever. Let's go just grab another piece of steel. We can make another one easily enough. Did the crystallizer take it? It might have. Where is the crystallizer? Yes, it did. Okay. So that's my confusion. So steel. Let's grab all of this lapis dust because we're gonna need a lot of that. And get that going. In the meantime, I think I put the rubber away, which is fine. We'll have to go back over there for that anyways. So we can get the advanced machine block. And this guy, just need a little bit more stuff. So we're gonna need 6 of these. 4, 5, 6. And that, and then we have advanced machine block and all the stuff we need. Okay. So with the hatches done, let's grab okay, am I blind? We might not have any more rubber. Okay, we've cleared out everything over there. Can we put that away? We put that away, then we put that away. Okay. So we need to turn all of these circuits into advanced circuits. And we're out of pallets, which is fine. We have more. It's kind of what we've been working on. We have exactly enough. And now we need more redstonia. So let's get like 2 of those. We're missing rose red. Do we have? No. Okay. So probably the easiest way to get rose red, other than poppies, is beets. So that might be something. Beetroot is a really good way to get all of that stuff. So that might be something we want to do. Make 2 of those. Everything else is there. So we can at least start getting the rest of the things we need. Let's go ahead and use up the rest of this tree tap. 4, 5, 6. And this goes here. Alright. So we're actually almost there. So that is nice. Where did that rubber go? There it is. And we'll try to make the crystallizer. I think we can handle it. The only thing that's kind of even a part of a question is whether or not we can make the power inputs. I don't think they're that bad. but they might be. But I think the biggest thing is the machine structures. So let's get some more rubber. Extractor. We didn't pick up that rubber. And yeah, we should be able to do this pretty easily. It's just going to be a matter of, well, waiting. So we need to wait for that. We have input-output hatches. We need, what else? We need the power plug. So let's look up plug. And we want the power input plug. So it requires small batteries, which requires tin plates, iron rod, and redstonia. Okay. So you know what? Let's teach the system. Nope. Let's wait for the system to come back online. All right. So output hatch, input hatch. We can go ahead and do that. Oh man, I can't wait to have a big reactor. Once we have a big reactor, one of the big things we'll do is go ahead and put the output, input, that's fine. Whoops, plug and copper coil. So these things are going to require a lot of LV wires. Shouldn't be too bad to do. So some of this we're going to want to teach the system how to make. And the whole point of that is just to make sure that everything is kind of a-okay with it and whatnot. So you know what, let's go ahead and drop that on the ground and charge our battery back up. And then I'm going to throw the battery on the ground. Pick that up. Put it in here, and then there we go. Because I don't think it will craft if it's charged. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it will. So there is the rubber. We can get the insulated gold. And there's the MFE, which is not nearly as bad to make. And yeah, we just need the 6 circuits. So we do have another piece of chrome, which is nice. Honestly, I'll worry about that later. But hopefully we can start dumping things off. Yes. Alright, so tree tap can go in there as well. So what I want to do is I want to teach the system how to make the small batteries. So we need a tin plate and an iron rod. So do we know how to make iron rods? No. But it is just iron over here. So if we can teach the system how to make this stuff, then it's great. It'll work just fine. And then we'll also teach it how to make the copper coils, because that's a lot of recipes. That if we can automate it, it makes it a lot easier. So that's kind of the point of applied energistics. I don't know that we have enough. We're not gonna have enough. Anyways, so small batteries, and then processing pattern. Can't we just, no, don't want to do it that way. I can't, no. So iron actually makes 2 per, and this one goes here. We are running out of space in assemblers, so copper cables, that's gonna be the biggest problem. Is so making this guy is not that bad. So let's make like 40 of those, and we're gonna need 2 copper coils, right? Yes, so we're going to need 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's grab another half a stack of copper and put it in here. So kind of the big thing with all of this to remember is that it takes a lot of stuff to get anywhere. Rubber is done. What else is working? Is it just that stuff? Okay. So we have 2 of those. We're going to need more redstonia, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the... you know what? I have a whole bunch of sugarcane there. I should probably do that for a bunch of beets, but it's fine. Let's get some more poppies into rose red. Let's make 2 more of these. Okay. So we have 6. We need 16 of these. That is going to be a lot of copper. So that is kind of the hard part. And then we're also going to need quartz crucibles. And these are just nether quartz around cauldrons. So a lot of iron, but we might actually have some cauldrons lying around. Probably wouldn't hurt to look. I don't think there's any in those. That doesn't have any. Cauldrons. Okay. Never mind. Don't see any. So we're going to need, I think it's 6 quartz crucibles. So we're going to need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Alright, so that's that. The copper coils, for this, we're going to need just a bunch of this. Let's just get a bunch of it. We're going to need an Inori crystal, which, let's go ahead and teach the system how to make those. So all that is we put iron. I feel like we have to have a filter. And the range collector will not pick it up until we filter that. And I think Inori crystals, because the Inori crystals are not like super duper useful for much, and the empowered Inori crystals aren't really useful either. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to need a handful much later when we want to make the basic fusion crafting injectors and solar panels. But when we get to that point, we'll worry about it then. For now, it doesn't really matter. So we'll just teach it like that. And this goes wherever that is. Yeah, so that should be fine. So now we can get Inori crystals. We're going to want another one. We can stand here and watch it. There's the iron, it turns into it, and then immediately gets collected. Okay, so I guess the only thing we need now is small batteries times 4. And more advanced circuits. So once we get this done, we'll go ahead and call the episode. It's going a little bit late, so I get it. I will end it soon. Don't worry, but we need one more advanced circuit. We have a bunch of copper. It just takes so much stuff to get all of this. Alright, so we'll go back to this guy. And we just need one more. Oh, really? Come on. Alright, there we go. There's the power input. And do we have another thing of redstone yet? No. This is gonna have to take some time just to relax once we're done. But anyways, so we just need a little bit more copper wire, and we just need 1 and 2. And we can make the other copper coil. Awesome. So that is everything we need for this machine. And what machine are we making? Well, we made the crystallizer. What's the crystallizer do? Well, copper coil. You'll see in a second. And this is the first machine that we've made so far. So it's going to look really cool. So what happens is once you get it completely made and right click the I guess the machine block itself, it turns into a structure. So you can see where everything was, but it has this nice, multi-block structure thing. And what this guy does is once we give it power, it will turn silicon into silicon boils. Bools. I think that's the actual pronunciation of that word. These things. So it requires a silicon ingot and a silicon nugget per. And then we can use that to cut it into silicon wafers, which is kind of the next thing we need to make, which is also not too bad. Cutting machine is right here. So the cutting machine is something we'll probably take on next episode. It requires a couple other things. It requires a motor and a saw blade assembly, but other than that, it's actually really easy. I don't know how the motor, so let's see, cutting machine, motor, and saw blade assembly. So the motor is more copper coils, 2 of those, so that's a little bit of a pain. The cutting machine itself is pretty straightforward, and then the saw blade assembly is just a bunch of iron. It's just a bunch of iron. So that's not too bad. And then everything else we've already made. So I'm going to store this stuff in here. We're done with the redstone yet. Oh, come on. Once you're done. You know what? Let's go ahead and start making some of that stuff. So 2 chests. 2 of these guys. So 1 above. Output, input. Alright, so the cutting machine itself, we have a lot of the stuff. So we're going to need steel, gears. How useful is it to make steel gears? Not particularly, it seems. Okay, so we're not going to worry about it. Steel, like so. We'll go ahead and make a steel plate. And let's go ahead and we'll just manually make the gears over here. There's more gears that are a little bit more important. So that will be that. While that is cooking, let's go ahead and make the saw blade assembly. So that is just going to require iron, rods, and iron plates. Make like 10 of those. And we have our redstonia. So we can make the last of the advanced circuits. Perfect. Okay, we're almost done. So that was a lot of crafting, a lot of processing. I apologize, but it is kind of how I do things. So there is the MFSU, which is something we're going to want to make another one of eventually. But for right now, we put that here. We get a reactor power tap. So all we need at this point is, I realize, is the reactor still on? Might not be good. It is, but it's still got plenty of power, so not too big of a deal. So one thing, like I said, we're gonna want to do is kind of set up more reactors or something to get a lot of stuff. But we have the power tap now, so we can go ahead and plug this guy in, and we still need fuel rods. So that's something I need to work on. We're gonna have this here with like interdimensional warp. Why did I get that? Build a teleporter. I didn't. Okay. That was a weird glitch. Always active. Insert. Always active. So we'll put the cyanite and we'll have cyanite output here, yellorium input there. It'll be fine. So there's still a bit of work to do with this guy, but we'll do that another time. We need more plutonium, and that's going to take a while to get. So saw blade assembly. There's that. And iron rods. Let's get another one of those. And what else are we going to need? So we're going to need another power. So small batteries times 4. Let's grab copper stack. Let's grab motor. So we're going to need 2 copper coils. So we're going to need nori crystals times 2. And we're just going to get an entire stack of copper wire. But let's go ahead and make the cutting machine. And the point of the cutting machine is to cut things up. It's that easy, that simple. We still do need to make the actual cutting machine itself, but what are we missing with that? Just this guy. So we need the circuit. And we need some gold crushed up. So one of the big things is why I'm kind of rushing the precision assembler is we can make some of this stuff. The circuit's a little bit easier. It's actually a lot easier. So that's kind of the idea. We'll just need silicon plates, and that's easy enough to get. So just kind of as an aside, but there is the item IO thing. There is the actual cutting machine. So all we need now is just the let's see, we need the power plug. So we have cutting machine, power plug, we need a motor, and that's it. Okay, so we're gonna need a lot of those. So we need 16 of those, and then we will be good to go. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Just shift click, doesn't matter. You know what, let's get more overclockers. So something else, once we do look into getting all of the upgrades for EU stuff, which we need to do soon. We're gonna get upgrades, we're gonna get more overclockers and all that kind of stuff, just because it's the best way to handle it. To put it bluntly, it's the way we need to go forward with all of it, and it's gonna make everything easy. So we just literally need 4 more. And we can make this. Okay. So the cutting machine is really important because you need to make a lot of circuits with it. And that's the whole point of it. So I think next episode we are going to look at getting more advanced rocketry stuff set up. And then go from there. So 1, 2 copper coils, and we need a steel rod and 3 steel plates. So that will just take a second, but we'll be done with that. We'll go set this up, and then call it an episode. So I am gonna have to do a lot of work, just kind of preparing things and whatnot. So cutting machine, but all in all, it should be pretty straightforward. We have, let's see, the big machine, the arc furnace, is actually not that bad to make. The worst is literally the precision assembler, this guy. But oh well. So cutting machine goes there. Input hatch, output hatch, power plug, motor, and saw blade. Right click this guy, and there you go. So again, nice multi-block. It looks pretty. We'll get power and all that kind of stuff set up later. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call the episode. It has gone way too long anyways, so thanks for watching. Next time we are going to be, again, we're going to look into getting more and more stuff. We didn't get to everything I wanted to today, unfortunately, but that's fine. So next time what we're going to worry about is more advanced rocketry stuff, as well as looking into honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to do the industrial craft IC2 stuff yet, or if I want to start looking at upgrading our laser drill. I think we're going to upgrade the laser drill next, and then kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!